Well, hello out there. Welcome to this week's edition of Friday Night Fever. I'm Jim Holder. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy weekend. Happy Friday. Week number 3 of high school football. Crazy night as it always seems to turn out. We've got the scores rolling on our ticker at the bottom of our screen. Also have them at WTVA.com. We'll be updating them throughout the night. There's a couple of games still going on, including one in overtime that we'll get to in just a few minutes. A lot of great action, a lot to get to. Let's begin now with our game day haircuts and spa game of the week. It was Smithville at Mantachie. We were live from the Tatch earlier, and you see the Seminoles running out. They're ranked number 1 in Class 1A, and Mantachie ready to go as well. But Octavian Miller handed off to Jabril Smith up the middle. That's going to go for a first down, and then Smithville just kept going on the ground because why not? As their fans for both schools on hands. Miller handed off to Smith up the middle. This one going to go for a touchdown. The extra point was good, and the Seminoles with the early 7-0 lead. Meanwhile, Mantachie coming back. Jacob Frazier out to Jake Weigel. Doesn't go for much. Mantachie had some struggles, got behind early. Hey there! They were behind 19-0 at halftime. Can't do that against Smithville. Seminoles going to get the win in this one, 33-7. They remain undefeated at 3-0. Biggersville at TCPS. These two used to be division rivals. They're not now, but still rivals, just not in the same division. In 1A, though. Here we go. Could be a playoff preview. First quarter, Biggersville's Quentin Knight finding Goldman Butler. The Butler doesn't do anything there. Nice stop by the Eagle defense. TCPS's first drive. Kai Holliday looking for Noah Foster. Zay Davis, though, in to kind of break that thing up. Almost runs us over, but not quite. Next line drive, it's 4th and 1. Knight to punt, but no, it's a fake punt. And it's Butler. And Butler's going to score. The Butler does it this time. It's 6-0 Biggersville after that touchdown. So the Lions decide, you know what, let's go for 2. Jarrell Jones looking for room, but no, just met by Tucker Higgins. Nice play by Higgins and the TCPS defense. And in the end, a back-and-forth game. It got to be high-scoring. Eagles get the win, 41-26. The Neshoba Central at Tupelo. This was this morning, the pep rally, first event in the new gym. And they were excited about it. Why not? Tonight, second quarter, Tupelo up 14-6. Jake Ware rolling out. He'll find Jacob Horn. And this is going to go for a 56-yard touchdown. Horn wide open, nobody around him. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night, and it's 21-6. Now, on the ensuing kickoff, the Rockets are going to fumble the football. They will get it back, but bad news for Tupelo on this play, and you hate to see this happen. Trey Hall was injured. Game stopped. He had to be carted off. Our thoughts and prayers with Trey Hall, and of course Tupelo fans and his teammates certainly behind him, and we certainly wish him the best. A little bit later on, they got back to it. Eli Anderson sacked by that Golden Wave defense. And in the end, Tupelo is going to get the win in this one by the final score of 24-6. Itawamba AHS at Saltillo, and this one, well, the Tigers were down 36-0 at halftime. Indians looking for more. Davion Sistrunk running around. This is on 3rd down. Looking for room, doesn't quite get there, just short of a first down. Saltillo fans, those sticking around, hanging in there, supporting their team. Now watch this, Sam Mabus with the punt. We don't show you punts a whole lot, but this is a nice one. Bounces, bounces. And that downed at the 1-yard line. Nice play. So Saltillo backed up in front of its own goal post as the Indian band plays on, but they get out of it. Wayne Smith, watch here. Makes some moves, breaks some tackles, and where is he? There he is. He'll finally be brought down. Goes for a first down. However, Saltillo could not come up with points on that drive. They eventually would, but in the end, Itawamba AHS is going to get the victory in this one by the final of 36-6. Kossuth at Moorville, and it's 8-6 Kossuth Aggies. In the second quarters, we picked this one up, and Kossuth's quarterback Brock Seago trying to connect with Martin Merritt, but it goes incomplete, so the Aggies are forced to punt. Then Moorville on offense. Troopers quarterback Dawson Phillips out to Kason Mitchell. And Mitchell, well, he can do some things with it. This is why people are looking at him. Break some tackles, and here he goes. That's going to go for a first down. Trooper mascot, well, loving that play, and why not? Then Phillips back to throw, trying to air it out. Tipped by Coda Wilhite, but right in the hands of Blake Patterson. That's for a touchdown. 2-point conversion would be good. And in the end, Moorville gets the win over Kossuth, 28-14. Big win for the Troopers. All right, Bruce at North Pontotoc, and Trojans making the trip, trying to see what they can do. Connor McCormick getting the carry, dropped by Hunter Bolin of the Vikings. Following possession, TJ Polk getting the carry here and running into a bunch of Trojans. Band playing on. Raquan Booth getting the carry for the Vikings, but cannot get to the corner here. He will be brought down. With Pontotoc in the blue jerseys, by the way. Then Booth getting the carry. He'll run right into Mary Armstrong, wrestles him down at the goal line. Here's Polk, decides, you know what, let me take it myself. North Pontotoc on the board first. And the Vikings get it done at home. 42-6 is that final. All right, Pontotoc and New Albany. This has been a wild one tonight. It's that overtime game we were talking about, and they make the trip up Highway 15. First home game for New Albany. Charlie Lott looking to convert on third down. Ball bounces out of his receiver's hands. Following possession, Warriors trying to get on the board. Bryce Deaton, though, sacked for a loss. It's 7-0, by the way, New Albany at this point. And then Lott for New Albany, taking the snap. Ball loose, recovered by the Warriors. So, Pontotoc's in business. Here's Jordan Ball looking to beat the edge, but going to be stopped by Cameron Knox. And then Ball will try again, but he will score here to put the Warriors on the board. This one in overtime, and it is tied at 35 apiece. We'll keep you posted on how this one turns out. Starkville at West Point, this was a huge one, always a big one. Both these teams already have suffered losses this season. Starkville's got an early 7-0 lead, but then it's Luke Altmaier finding Rufus Harvey. 13-0 Starkville, 14-0 after the extra point. The tide turning, though. Here we say the green wave turning. West Point trying to get on the board. Mary's Cannon finding T.J. Anderson for the touchdown. It's 14-7. And then kind of a tidal wave here. Here's Brandon Harris. He'll score. 20-14 at that point, and West Point is going to win this one over Starkville. 41-35 is that final. Oh, we mentioned those Pontotoc schools just a minute ago. South Pontotoc, you didn't see them tonight, but the Cougars getting off the mat, they get a big win over Aberdeen, and that's one of our scores we have on our ticker. So congratulations to the Cougars getting that win, and Aberdeen tries to bounce back next week. All right, every week we ask you to vote for our band and cheerleaders of the week on our Instagram account. Had about 2,800 likes this week on Instagram between the two schools. This week's winner is Mantachie. We will hear from the Mustang Band in just a minute, but first, the Mantachie cheerleaders take us to the break. From Mantachie. Always like going to the Tatch. A lot of fun. Glad to be back there for our game of the week. Welcome back to Friday Night Fever. I'm Jim Holder. It is week number 3 of high school football. Scores continuing on our ticker and at WTVA.com. By the way, Pontotoc leading New Albany 42-41 in overtime. We'll let you know when it goes final. Let's continue with highlights now. Noxubee County at Shannon, and here we go. Noxubee making a good run at this one. They're up 9 at the half, but here they are returning the ball. Aquarius Brooks breaks 3 on this return, 20 yards. Next play, Tigers. They even have a little trouble holding on to the ball. Shannon Seth Stevens making him pay. Noxubee still with the ball. And Marlon Wyndham, strike one to find an open man, just carries it himself. Or looks like he does anyway. Finally going to be brought down. Play took a while to develop. There it is. Then Shannon takes over. Keith Shannon, not able to find the open man, so he'll just take it himself. You know why not? Break free. And in the end in this one, It'll lead Noxubee winning 22-14. All right, Louisville at Columbus. And Jaquez Thames for the Wildcats. Well, Louisville #1 in 4A. Getting a short game. And Briandre Shoemaker forced out of bounds by Jamion Kirk. Columbus still looking for its first win. Pass falling incomplete. Wildcats would get a field goal on this drive, so they were up in the first quarter. Falcons with the return. DeVarcus Ramsey fields it. And the Falcons trying to find Jeremiah Lane, incomplete. Louisville in this one, going on to the win. 32-6 is that final. All right, Nettleton at Hatley. Monroe County matchup. Tigers looking to get the win. This was a tight ball game. We'll pick this one up early in the first quarter. And Graham Gardner with the football for Nettleton. And he will hand off to Jamonte Gaines. And I think we're going to see it at least. Here we go. Jamonte Gaines with the carry. And Nettleton going to get on the board. Extra point was good. It was 7-0 Nettleton. Remember, it's Tigers versus Tigers here. Crowd getting into it. And the fans are into it as well. Then Markel Hunt taking the snap for Hatley. What's he going to do with it? Well, trying to move the football and, brought down. Hatley will then go for a field goal to get on the board. This would cut it to 7-3. Takes a while. We're just going to get out of these highlights. Nettleton and Hatley. Nettleton gets the win, 14-10. All right. Tishomingo County at Belmont. County rivalry. Patrick Murphy handing off to sophomore Cade Rhodes. He's brought down a host of Braves from Tishomingo County. Belmont Cardinals trying to keep the team fired up, and they were. Second quarter in this one. Murphy handing off to Lofton. Ben Lofton, 10-yard gain. Goes for a first down, Cardinals. Next play, Murphy's going to hand off to Derek Hacker. He'd be stopped. Tishomingo County stepping up there. In the end, it would be Tishomingo County getting the win. 17-7 is that final. Just went final. New Albany a winner in overtime over Pontotoc, 43-42. Crazy game there in Union County. All right, Oxford entered the night with a 1-1 record. Chargers beat Northwest Rankin in Week 1, lost to Starkville in Week 2. The Chargers of Oxford hosting the Chargers of Grenada in Week 3, and Grenada entered the night 2-0. We go to Oxford High School for these highlights. As you see, the Chargers from Oxford taking the field, and the Chargers from Oxford, well, they'd score the first touchdown of the game. J.J. Pegues, here he goes, rumbling, and Oxford on the board. Then Grenada with the football. Remember, it is Chargers and Chargers. Joe Moss tackled. He's down. And Brian Pearson for the Chargers. Running this one, second touchdown of the game. In the end, it is Oxford winning 33-14. Not far from there, Lafayette County playing their first home game of the season, taking on defending 6A champion Horn Lake. And Jalen Sultan brought down by DJ Burgess. Moore from Horn Lake trying to run it up the middle, but going to be a fumble on the play. Mario Wilborn for Lafayette picking that one up. Horn Lake really having its struggles moving the football. They've had some struggles so far. The defending 6A champions. Tracy Turner tackled by the Commodores. In the end, it'll be the Commodores winning. They're still undefeated. 3-0 for Lafayette County. 28-14 is that final. Marshall County at Myrtle. This one played at B&A Bank Park in New Albany. And AI Nugent, making a couple of guys miss. AI, just tough runner. Then Elijah Thompson, a nice catch. Going all the way down to the 1-yard line. Hawks at 2nd and goal, and Ethan Hunt's going to punch it in to extend the lead. It's 27-20. Myrtle at this point. Patriots trying to get back into it. Jeremiah Jones connecting with Philip Sparks. This is going to go for a first down. And then more from the Patriots. Thompson looking to make a play, and the Hawks, well, no play here. 27-20 at halftime. In the end, it's going to be a close one, but Marshall Academy getting the win on the road, 48-46. Over in Alabama, Red Bay hosting Patton. It was homecoming, already homecoming for Red Bay. Nice court there, 8-0. Red Bay is leading. Second quarter, Hatton trying to score before the half, and Riley Kirby hands to Carter Reed, about a 3-yard gain. Your cheerleaders looking for a defensive stop. It was fourth down. Red Bay's defense coming up big as Kirby sacked by Logan Scott. There's a fumble. Red Bay would recover. And Red Bay getting the win. Tigers win it 20-0 is that final. You know, it's week 3 of high school football, also week number 2 of college football. We have a Saturday doubleheader on ABC WTVA. Texas A&M at Clemson at 2:30 and LSU at Texas at 6:30. A couple of big games. Meanwhile, Mississippi State hosts Southern Miss at 2:30. Bulldogs coming off this win over Louisiana, while the Golden Eagles, they're coming off a win over Alcorn State. This is MSU's home opener. Also will be the 30th meeting between the two teams and the first since 2015. The series is even. Southern's won 14 of these matchups. MSU's won 14. There's one tie in this series. Highlights Saturday at 6 and 10. Also on Saturday at 6:30, Ole Miss hosting Arkansas. The Rebels are coming off a loss to Memphis, while the Razorbacks defeated Portland State. It is the Rebels' home opener as well. Also the SEC opener for both teams, and is the first time since 2014 that the Rebels have not opened up SEC play against Alabama. So we will have highlights of that one as well Saturday at 10 o'clock. Plenty of more highlights coming up. Scores you see at the bottom of our screen there. We'll continue to post those on WTVA.com. That's going to do it for this week's Friday Night Fever on WTVA. We're moving over to WLOV. That starts at 10:35 in about 3.5 minutes right now. So be sure to join us there. We'll also post this show and more scores later at WTVA.com. For our entire staff, I'm Jim Holder. Have a great night and a great weekend. We'll see you soon.